Elevations to everyone in the collective. Welcome back to all my returning watchers, viewers, and subscribers. Thank you all for supporting the channel, the live, the messages, with the comments, the likes, the shares, the subscribes, the donations, the super chats, the super gifts, the thanks, and every other way. Thank y'all for all the business inquiries and the support in my spiritual business and shop outside of YouTube. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. I hope that if you came back, that is because I said something that you liked the energy, or I gave you some type of confirmation of what you already instinctually and intuitively know. Uh-oh. To all my new watchers, viewers, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Shay, the dual alchemist, your dual natured being, bringing you messages from the divine. I am a dual nature being who embodies and embraces both her light and dark. Everybody may not agree with my points of view and the messages that I give out, but that's okay. We can agree to disagree. What I like to do over here on this channel is I embody and embrace both light and dark, allowing me to tap into the highest aspects of every single message and see the points of view and the perspective from both sides of whatever the spiritual warfare is that we are all going through. I like to bridge the gaps. I like to identify the problems so we can come up with solutions. We are in a day and age where we can no longer focus on problems, and we need to provide solutions. And the only way to do that is by finding the commonality between everything that we may find to be different, or that may seem to us as different. Okay. As this is a general message collective, only take what resonates and leave what does not. The real Cortez, elevations, y'all. Hopefully, y'all are having an immediate and I was going to say amoeba, an amazing Wednesday. Okay, we in the day of Mercury, the day of communication. Now, the communication can be good or bad. We don't know. And if it's not the best communication collective, please try to find the lesson and learn something from whatever the message is trying to allow you to see, or that it is telling you. For those of you that are new to the channel, I am a medium, a channeler, and a conduit. Okay, what that means is that the messages that I give out are strictly from the divine and from a higher source of power, the Most High God source, Mother Divine. I shade to them both. With that being said, when I sit down, empty mind, open vessel here to the messages, to be a messenger. Do not shoot the messenger, okay? And so, yeah, as the vessel, these messages just flow through. And it is what it is. I can't help the messages. Anyways, hopefully y'all having an amazing day as y'all come into the live chat. Y'all be sure to hit that like button, double tap the screen if you do not see that thumbs up. And if neither is available to you, make sure that you click on the three dots and hit the like button. Maybe there are, for some of you, they may be, below the video. Anyways, good day today. Good day. Another good day. It's hot as shit out here, but good day. Okay. So we're going to do things a little bit different. We're going to start with my threads of the soul. We're going to see what question needs to be asked, or what area that the divine is pointing out. And then as you see me shuffling the index cards, what they say at the bottom, Egyptian roots and heritages. Oh, I am going to pull a card from each. Ooh, we got Ra energy. I shade to Ra, and we got Heru. I shade to Heru. We got spirit babies in here. We got $17,000. I don't know what's going on with that. But some of y'all may be about to hit the bank. Yep, look at it. Oh, it's gone now. It was just right here. So look at it. Boom. So something is significant about, it don't have to be $17,000 that somebody is getting. It could be anything, okay? That could be, I don't know, savings account, something like that. Okay. Let's see what's in the messages. And again, as y'all come into the live, y'all be sure to hit that like button, that thumbs up. Okay. Holy Spirit and Divine Spirit, Divine Ancestors, Supreme Beings, and Ascended Masters of my highest good. Ashe, I say unto you all, highest self, Ashe. To all of my ancestors of my highest good, both known and unknown, named and unnamed, formed and unformed, remembered and yet to be remembered, all energies, vibrations, and frequencies of my highest good, Ashe, I say unto you all. Protect me from all evil eye, hexes, curses, spells, witchcraft, voodoo, energy manipulation, remove any and all energetic cloaks, and any type of energy that is sent towards me to cause me any type of ill intention or negative effect. Take that energy and transmute it into a higher vibrational purpose for my peace, protection, and to manifest my heart's desires tenfold and 10 times quicker. Remove all evil from this energetic field of this space at this time and set all boundaries so that any energies that enter into this space do not interfere or violate any spiritual laws, and make sure that it is known that all spiritual law violators and magic and energy violators shall be dealt with under righteous and divine judgment and law, as I hereby reinforce those spiritual laws, practices, and rules at this time in this energetic field. And please allow them to govern my mind, body, soul, and spirit as I tap into this divine message. We got the broken healer here, and a shapeshifter. Allow the messages to only come from the highest aspect that you would like me to tap into. Remove my own personal thoughts and feelings from this energetic read. Allow me to learn something also myself. Giving out the message. Thank you for choosing me. Thank you for guiding me. Thank you for guarding me. I shade to my spirit guides. I shade to my I shade to my spirit guides. I shade to my protectors. I shade to my guardians, both known and unknown. I shade to all energetic beings here of multi-dimensions, starseed beings, light workers, bringers, and bearers, healers, shamans, earth angel energies, chosen ones, and divine beings and starseeds. I shade to the spirit babies. I shade to our powerful manifestations. I shade to high, abundant, fruitful, and resourceful energy on behalf of myself and those in the collective whose hearts are in the upright. Bring me to a state of balance, centeredness, equilibrium, and stability, allowing me to enter into the divine flow, organic divine flow of the I am. Remove all matrix paradigms, paradoxes, and false systems and beliefs, programming, and principalities. Ashe. It's 23 people in the chat. It's 12 likes. Y'all get those likes up for me as we tap into this message, okay? We definitely have the broken healer with the window of possibilities here. You have worn the badge of brokenness for too long, far too long. It's like people keep, this could be like repeated offenses here. This like you keep your heart open, but it has not broken your heart, but it has really fractured your heart. And what's your point? Anyways, you are really, it's like you're trying to stay open to your heart's desires, to people, to love, whatever it may be, but each time you open up, it's the same song. Yep. And then they just walk right out the door. Or this is the person. Yep. And it's all due to this envious rival. Hey, maintaining justice, elevations, and thank you. Yeah. The envious rival and a trickster spirit. Okay. I see what's happening. The silent curse. I see what's happening. You're a healer. Of course, you're going to have a big, beautiful heart. You're going to love everything, embrace everything, nurture, and show compassion to everything. I mean, every single living thing. This is not just people. This is just your nature, right? And you keep your heart open because you know that one of the main things that the devil likes to do to us in our life paths, especially if you are a healer, a light worker, an earth angel, a chosen or divine one, is to break your heart so bad where it turns it to stone. Now we know when our heart is turned to stone, we are not allowed to receive, be open to the window of possibilities for what the divine has for us, right? So with that being said, you have an envious rival here, okay? This person, whoever this is, they are an envious rival. They've been acting as a trickster spirit in your energy, maintaining justice, elevations. Who else in here? Free 9149, child. It all. It's like a bore. You don't have a job, something else that you can do besides that. Darrell Cortez, Dominique Costa, elevations to everyone. Elevations, Reborn Again Dynasty. Elevations to everybody in the collective. Y'all be sure to hit that thumbs up, like button, 3 buttons, or double tap the screen, whichever one applies to you and the device that you're watching me from. So you have here, somebody is jealous because you're a healer. You heal hearts. Hell, you could have even healed this person if they weren't so freaking jealous. I guess they wanted to be them. Now, when we see the jealous rival here, we see somebody that wants to mimic you, look like you, act like you, be like you, healer. But a healer is never a jealous person, and they are never in competition or rivalry with another. Okay? Mother Majesty, like the name. Hello, elevations, grand divine risings to you. So this person could never be, because of their nature, their jealous, envious heart and or spirit. They have to have listen. Being a healer, yeah, people, it's all glamorous, or people think it's all glamorous and stuff. That's cool. But this also means being a healer requires for you to be open-hearted all the fucking time to every single thing, to every situation. And that a lot of the times that means that you get hurt a lot. You could have a jealous rival, envious rival here who wants to be a healer so bad. But this is also the type of person that got their heart broken once. Elevations Elevations, Ron Lee. How you doing, Mod? Hopefully you had an amazing day. Everybody else, hopefully y'all had an amazing Wednesday. Child, I feel like I don't know what day it is. Look, I said I was going to come back to the room and go to sleep. Child. But obviously, this person, jealousy and envy resides in the heart and in the spirits of the brokenhearted. This person want to be a healer. They want to be like you. Envy is a sickness here. When somebody wants to be you, or they want to be with you, to always have a hold of you, or know what it's like to be you or be with you, they develop envy. That's not the energy of a healer. But this person needs to know that even if they wanted to be, they could possibly be a healer, or possibly have had a path to being a healer, but this person got their heart broken once, and they turned into an envious and jealous and competitive person, a hateful person, a spiteful person. Those are the stipulations of being a healer, is you accept and embrace. And I'm not saying that you like it, but you accept and embrace that being a healer means keeping your heart open to every situation, right? And that also means that there's a likely chance that you're going to get hurt, because you're simply, if the people we come across as healers, if they were healed, what would be our purpose? Does that make sense? So when we come across people, God sets a healer into somebody's life, they are clearly a broken person. And so a lot of the times, let's say 7 times out of 10, the healer is going to get hurt, but that is because God bestowed upon them, blessed them with the power within them to heal, even themselves. Right, maintaining justice. You gotta, and it's like, I'm glad you said that, because all the hurt that a healer goes through, it allows you, when you come into somebody's energy, it allows you to identify where that person may need healing at. Even if you don't know that person needs healing, your spirit, your soul does, because their spirit, their soul is crying out for healing in a very, very hurt, traumatic, traumatic and wounded way. It's giving out a clarion call. So as healers, you go through a lot, because you got to be able to know how to identify what you are identifying in a person's spirit and or soul that needs to be healed within them. This person right here, they're envious because you're a healer. Like, people really need to stop wanting to be other people. You never know what it takes in order for that person to even show up how they show up. People don't know people's lives at home. They don't know what they go through. So long story short, open door and window of possibilities. You have had many people that have come across, you have come across them. You and people have crossed paths, many people, and they do the same things. It's because if you think it was a love situation, it was not. It was maybe a love for a season. Maybe these people never received love before. Maybe these people never received love from a healer. Maybe these people never received being embraced, nurtured, shown empathy or sympathy from anyone, especially a healer. What you do for that person or those people is meant to trigger a healing within them. They all walk out of your life. I feel like some of them were meant for a season and a reason for the purpose of both of you. But for some, they were meant to stay. Okay? That's where this curse comes in, this silent curse. Somebody tried to curse you to the life of Cinderella. They wanted you to always be the one healing and never heal, giving and never receiving, putting out, but the only thing you would get back is wounded and brokenness here. They wanted you to be damaged, but you're a healer. And it may take it. Yes, it hurts. It may take you long periods of time. You may be sick of it, but you're a healer. You ever notice how, let's say, and I'm going to always use love, as a person who, love is just my thing. In whatever area. I love what I do, no matter what it is that I do, who it is that I do, So with love situations and relationships, that first time I ever had my heart broken, and the way that it hurt, because I love that person so hard, the way that it hurt, I was in that energy thinking back now, I'll never get over this. It's hurt so bad. I'm not going to make it through this, right? And here I am, healed, made it through it, came across many, many, many other connections, relationships, situations where I never felt like I would heal from that or make it out of that, but I made it out of that, right? And that's the energy of divine healing. You know what I mean? Elevations, Jamirium for y'all. I'm gonna just give y'all nicknames, okay? Because I'll be trying to read like, what? So, right, maintaining justice. And it's like, in looking back on those situations, I thought at the time I was so hurt, like, I ain't gonna never make it out. I don't see how I'm gonna live through this, heal through this. I can't get out of it. And bro, I made it out of that. And that I'm not saying that in a sarcastic way. That's just really how I was, like falling apart. And I made it through that, and then I came to that situation many, many, many times after. Call you Jim? Surely. Elevations, Jim. Okay. So now I know when I see you on here again. Clarity, transparency is a blessing. Absolutely. It definitely is. And so even with you saying that, I can speak on those things that I've been through today, things that I was embarrassed about back then that I was going through. I was embarrassed to let people know that I was going through those things. And it was like, damn, you'll be like, girl, like, And I know I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one, you know? And so looking back on those things, I was able to take a lot from those situations, and I learned one, pattern recognition, two, and I didn't learn it all at once. It took many trials and errors, but I learned, like, now I can recognize real love from dishonest love or love bombing. I can recognize when I'm overgiving or oversharing and I'm not receiving it back. I can recognize when I'm being used or mistreated. I can recognize when it's not meant for a love situation, it's an infatuation situation, and also to avoid those things later on down the line. But I had to go through hella trial and error. Many of you have had to go through trial and error through the hurt. But in the hurt, there definitely is a lesson. We couldn't see it at that time, but remember, at one point in time, we thought, bro, I ain't gonna never make it through this. This is just too much. It's too hard. Like, I can't see. And at the time, people be like, you'll get through it, and you don't want to hear that shit. You don't want to hear that corny cliche bullshit. But then you come out of it and you look back on it and you be like, damn, I actually did make it through something that I thought I could never make it through. That's because you have the spirit of a healer. You have the energy, you have the blessing of a healer. But you had to even learn, you had to go through those things to even learn that you were a healer. You could heal yourself. And you also had to learn that those people that broke you or tried to break you, that damaged you, that violated you in whatever way, they needed healing. And it's gonna sound, please do not be upset with me, but they needed healing more than you did, collective, because they don't have the energy that you have within you to heal yourself and others. They can't do it for themselves. Some people needed you, and they needed your healing more than you needed it. And you learned to embrace, embody, and strengthen your healing energy. And you just learned how to distribute it or who to give it to. Now you have the ability to, you know what I mean? But one thing that somebody did to you as a healer, and knowing that, is they cursed you. They cursed you that you would only heal and never be healed. That's what they cursed you to. That you would only heal and never be healed. That people will always come into your life. You would always heal them, even in your brokenness. You would always heal them, and then they would just walk out of your life. Those people are never the same. Even if you think that they walked away and they got a victory over you, or they left you hurt and you think that they're not hurt, those people are never the same. They walk out, but they don't walk out the same way that they came in, the same way that they came into your life. They don't walk out the same. They are never the same. And what's really interesting is that if the people that you came across, you came across them, they came across you, in order for you to awaken their healing, you know what happens? Because I'm going to show you how karma works. How your pain has not been in vain. None of our pain has been in vain. Regardless of what we are made to believe and what we think and what we tell ourselves negatively, it's not in vain. So what's interesting is that whoever this envious rival is, they tricked people to come into your life in one way or another. It's funny because how the universe, the Most High, works. When those people walk out, they walk out with you triggering the healing within them. You know what happens then? Now they have this healing energy, whether they know this or not. You know who they come across? Broken people that need healing. Now they are in your shoes. You feel me? Now they are in your shoes. You ever seen that energy, like somebody chooses somebody else over you and that person ends up being 10 times worse than they are? That's because you've triggered the healing, somebody's self-healing within themselves. And then to repay back the debt that they owe you, they meet somebody who siphons and takes their healing for, that's how that works. And they may or may not trigger that person, But if they do, and it goes on, and it goes on. So somebody did a curse on you like this. They trick people here into coming towards you, getting your healing, but with the broken healer in the window of possibilities, you heal in many ways, many ways, shapes, or forms. This could be talking on the phone to somebody, hugging somebody, talking to somebody, actual exchanges, energetic exchanges, words, communication. These people are being healed through you, even if they come in deceptive or trickster spirit energy, which this person tried to make this a curse to you because you're a healer. You trigger something within them. If they siphon some of your healing energy, they walking around with healing energy and they don't know that they need to protect themselves from people who sniff that energy out. Mm. I want to know more about this jealous rivalry, the curse, and the trickster spirit. So I am going to pull on those. But before I do, elevations to everybody that just tuned in and tapped in. Hopefully y'all having an amazing day. So if you just showed up, I shuffled these index cards. Spirit told me to shuffle them, put them in 5 piles, and I'm going to pull the top index card to help get clarification or get divine words from this to help me move forward, to give out the best messages as possible. And thank y'all for tuning in and tapping in. Walk is significant. Monica, before you walk out of my life is significant. Walk. Somebody's name could be Walker. Something could be about a walkie-talkie. Something could be about communication now. Why did I get communication from walking? So, interesting factoid that I learned. So one of the dudes that I work with, he was telling me walking backwards helps to open your mind in a different way. I've been trying it, so that could be significant. We have the Inca civilization. So Incas are closely related to Mayans, okay, Aztec as well. They would have been around those periods as well. Next card. Coffee? I don't know what we doing here, child. I don't know. Well, thank you, V. Ludi. Listen, y'all. Elevations to Felicia. Thank you for the hearts, love. Mayo Monkey 69. Okay. Coffee represents ancestors. I knew there had to be a spiritual nature to it. And so another interesting thing, another guy that I met, he was passing through just to pick up his truck yesterday. We was having coffee, and he was like, you know where coffee beans come from? Or something like that. And he was like, monkeys. He gave me this fact, and I'm just like, why did you? Anyways, people just be wanting to have conversations. I feel like that if coffee represents ancestors, we're in today, Wednesday, the day of Mercury. The ancestors are communicating, So he was like, yeah, the monkeys, they take the coffee beans and they eat them, they eat the shell off of them, they eat them, they digest them, and then they poop the fucking coffee bean out. I was like, bruh, over my coffee for real? Like, we definitely have ancient language here. I'm not going to take that one here because I can't, I'm not about to translate. Because somebody tried to hurt you. And something is significant about the full moon. And somebody does not know how to apologize. Apologizing is the first step. It's in the reverse here. Somebody doesn't want to take that step. Step. Somebody doesn't want to take the step to recognize your ancestral lineage as a healer. Light language, yeah. I got a lot of them in here. Like, Yeah, somebody tried to hurt you. A healer. You have an ancestor in your ancestral bloodline. You said, "Wow, not your coffee, Riley." Man, he told me that I'm drinking the coffee, and I just stop and I look at the coffee, and I'm like, it is what it is. Y'all know I like my coffee, so. But yeah, somebody tried to hurt you on purpose. A trickster spirit. This could be the envious rival, or this could be someone sent in by the envious rival here. They tried to hurt you. They want to have a conversation and talk to you about your ancient walk, the ancient walk of wisdom as a healer. You're walking the path as a healer in this lifetime for your ancient ancestors from the Inca civilization here that were healers. This is your lineage. With the worn shoes, the open door, this is your lineage. As it was your ancestors before you, it's you in this lifetime, and it will be whoever comes after you, your children or people that you could even come across that may be coming in trickster spirit energy. You know, these people also leave with a curse. So what is interesting is that the ancestors are telling me is that at the people that come across you, whether they're sent to you or however you come across them, if they're not healers and you don't trigger an awakening in their healing energy, and if they're not healers and you're not meant to trigger an awakening in their healing, you trigger a curse in them. And this is done by some type of trickster spirit here, that a jealous rival tried to sick on you, but the trickster spirit is cursing the people that are coming in your life trying to hurt you as a healer. You know, as a healer, people like to hurt you because that's how they siphon your energy. Last, we have Dimbola, the heart of Dimbola. So heart, this is about your ancestral heart. You can have Haitian roots, okay? That's interesting because I work with a Haitian guy here. He was telling me, parlez-vous français? And I was like, no, I don't speak French. But, you know, I know what that means and stuff. And so, you know, we were going, you know, just meaning very interesting. People, I met a guy, a Latin guy, a Cuban guy. Of course, I work around dudes and stuff. I met this older cat. You know, he taught me about like interstate commerce and shit and how trucks are really governed by not state, but federal law, bro. Like I done learned a lot just in this week. Very, very thankful to come across some of them. The other ones of them, but hopefully I trigger something within them, and you know, I'm not gonna do that one. I grabbed that. So we have Osiris energy, death and rebirth here. We're gonna see what's going on. Nefertum, complete. You have completed all your tasks as a healer, and this could be you came across everybody that you were meant to come across. Somebody has a need for control and obsession with and a power struggle. That's this envious rival. This person is possessed by a trickster spirit and they're cursed themselves here. Sagittarius, your highest ideals of the rules of and get it out to the world. You're healing. How to be a healer, how you heal people, what healing means for you, what it's like being a healer. Neptune energy, the idealization of confusion regarding and sacrifice. So the hangman did come out, but after that, there several cards came out in the reverse here, okay? You are a force to be reckoned with Heka energy, Ashe to Heka, the alchemical force. You are a force to be reckoned with. You are showing healers that they are a force to be reckoned with. Nobody can truly break you but you. If you can heal yourself, you're the only one that can break you. You're the only one that can let people break you. And I know it'd be like, girl, listen, sell keys, Ashe, healing, confirmation, total confirmation. One more. Righteousness. You are a righteous healer. You're going to always be healed and overcome whatever it is that you've been through. Whatever you think that you can't make it through, you're a healer. You're going to make it through that. You've already made it through. And what I like to do is when I go through stuff, and I've been through a lot, as most of you have, especially when it comes to love, right? What I like to think about is if I go through a heartbreak or something of any kind, I look back during the times that I felt like I was never going to heal from that. I was never going to make it out of that. I was never going to be okay after that. And I look back and be like, but you're okay. You became okay. You healed from that, right? And that reminds me that however I'm feeling today, that I'm not going to make it through this. I felt like that before, and I made it through that, through something else, through something else, through something else, and I'm here. Whatever I go through today, I know for a fact that I'm going to heal from, come out victorious in the other end. And I know that there's a lesson in it and a blessing in it. And that's what I've learned, you know? And although I know it sounds fucking corny to people, like, people do not want to hear that shit. Seriously. I do not be trying to say these things to y'all because when you're going through stuff, you don't want to hear that shit. You can't see past the the way that heartbreak blinds you. You can't even hear past heartbreak. People don't want to hear that shit nowadays. They just simply don't. We have Saturn energy, the maturity that brings. How you have matured as a healer, what you've learned. Cautions regarding and limits imposed. Whatever somebody was trying to do to you to break you as a healer, like, they only impose limits on themselves, or the limitations that they imposed upon you through sending, I don't know, fake lovers, people to hurt you as a healer, siphon your healing energy. It allowed you to mature. What's next? Wisdom, sachet. Ashe, wisdom. If you didn't learn something for whatever situation that may be good or bad, it's not wisdom. See, wisdom is being able for us to take any given situation that we go through, and especially if it's bad, and learn something from it that makes us better. We have the 5th house energy. Is my camera blurry? Let me see. Y'all been out there and all that dirt. Oh, that's not it. Child, I don't be knowing what I'm doing. Cool. Anyways, the 5th house. The power of love. Investments, gambles, and other games, and your creations. We have Aquarius energy. Your vision, what's new and different about, and use in unconventional. Use an unconventional way. About your vision of the power of love as a healer. Well, Ashe, shouts out to the Aquariuses as well as the Leos out there in the collective. We have Taurus energy. This is about your beliefs in righteousness. That every single situation is righteous, even if you feel like that it is limiting you. It is righteous in its nature, or what it's meant to do to you, how it's meant to transform you. You know? Somebody feels like this envious rival feels like you're self-righteous because you know you're a healer. Yeah. So we have Ma'at energy, truth and fairness. Somebody wanted to impose limits on every area of your life. They didn't want you to learn from whatever these lessons of love were. Love could be relationships, family ships, partnerships, self-love, anything. They didn't want you to learn the lessons of it. They didn't want you to gain the wisdom for learning the lessons of it. So they tried to keep imposing, or they tried to repeatedly impose limits upon you. Make you think that being the healer was the worst thing, that you were cursed. Yep. Apophis energy, Ashe, darkness. Somebody they wanted to put your light out. They wanted the trickster spirits that came into your energy. They wanted them to make you dark, damp. Okay? They wanted to put a damper on you as a healer. They wanted to snuff your light out. Because even when I'm looking at this splintered heart, and it's splintered from the center. So something is about splintering your heart from the center. It's like finding the center of what really, really makes you tick, what makes you love, and what makes you heal. How you heal, somebody tried to fracture you from the inside and splinter you outward to shatter your heart completely. But even when I'm looking at that splintered heart, it has light all around the cracks. So you're always going to heal. Child, look at it. You transform darkness into healing. Or you transform darkness with truth and fairness. Weighing the situation of whatever it is that you've been through. That's wisdom too. You know the power of love. And although you may feel like, I feel like that. Like sometimes like, I don't want to try again. You know, it's just like, but what is life? What is life if I give up? It's not now. It's a little different where I'm not looking for it. It's like, if it happens, it happens. But that won't stop me from being who I am, exploring it. As a healer, as a lover, as a person who loves hard. You know? So a lot of us have been in that energy where we just wanted to simply fucking give up. Especially when it comes to love. I'm talking about like, even with my children, bro. It's just like, I can't get through to them sometimes. I can't get them to receive the love the way that I want to give it to them. But, also about being a healer is accepting how people love us back as well. Because not everybody that I have come into a connection with has been completely terrible, even if it didn't work out. A part of being a healer is about accepting people how they love. They may not love or reciprocate love the same way, or they may not communicate or express love the same ways. But a part about being a healer is accepting people as they are, as they come as they are, and allowing them to love as they do. And there's a beauty in that allows us wisdom. That the power of love comes in. With the power of love, your creations, it comes in many shapes and forms. And we as healers, we needed to go through all the bullshit in order to identify and heal those people, but also be able to identify healing and love when we come across it as well, not letting what we've been through break us, right? You said it's the right way and the wrong way, what? To love? At this point, you really, what's your name? Eat greedy cuz. At this point, you can't really say that there's a right and wrong way to love, because each person is different. Even if the range of healers, no one healer is going to be the same. How they love is not going to be the same. The type of love they want is not going to be the same. So I don't feel like it's a right and wrong way to love per se. I really just feel like it is really trial and error. I really do. 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, and the Death. This is that trickster spirit energy. Because they're left out in the cold with their own illusions, trying to end you, trying to stop you, trying to cause illusions in your life. Child, don't tell me that somebody went to the crossroads and tried. They did. They went to the crossroads and tried to get you stuck. The hangman. Somebody tried to bury you with the hangman and the earth energy. The sun is here. But you're a healer. You're always going to come out in the sun. The sun will come out tomorrow type of energy. A King of Wands. You could be a masculine that I could be talking to. A Leo masculine. 10 of Cups. You're the healer of your family. But you know, being a healer does not mean we are in the spiritual, bro. On my path, I've learned that there is such a delicate balance between every single thing. Every single thing. Because in me saying you're a healer and you're meant to heal people, they need it more than you do, you're not required to. Especially when it comes to family, because they seem to think that, you know, somebody in your family is a competitor of yours. But you're not required to heal people. You're not. Let me see how I say this. You don't have to heal people. I'll shade to that. Eat greedy, cuz. And a healer don't have to be of the heart. It could be of money, of I was going to say a millennial families, but it could be a healer of your family's finances too. It could be a healer of relationships, careers, breaking addictions, triggers, toxic patterns, karma. You could be a healer of many different things. That's why I said there's no right or wrong way to actually love or be a healer or heal. And you are also not required to heal people. At some point in time, is something we can't turn off. And if the divine calls for us to cross paths with a person and the divine needs that person to heal because they need them to awaken their healing so they can be that for them, their families, sometimes we do not have a choice, y'all. And but when it comes to everybody, we definitely have a choice to say, nah, I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to heal you. I'm not going to fix you. I'm not going to dwell in your brokenness with you. I'm not going to let you tear me down while you build yourself up just because I'm a healer. I'm going to pull one on the broken healer. Give me one on the broken healer. And then I'm going to move down here. But hopefully y'all are having an amazing, it's Wednesday, child. Should have came here and took a nap, but it is what it is. Reading and then Jim, the healer, Two of Swords. At a point in time when you were broken, you didn't see that you were meant to heal that person. And also, in healing that person, you healed yourself. It's like the more people you heal, that, I don't know how to explain this. The Five of Swords. You surrendered to being a healer, or you felt like defeated by so much heartbreak in one way or another. But the energy that I'm getting is, again, you can't see past the brokenness until you're actually out of it. You've healed from it. And then with every person that you come across that breaks your heart in one way or another, and you heal them, it makes you a more powerful healer. You heal quicker, you heal stronger, you become more and more and more and more powerful. Does that make sense? Like this really is not, it's not a curse. Somebody wanted you to think that it was a curse because of all the heartache. They wanted you to think that. They wanted you to not see how beautiful it is to be a healer, how much of a blessing it is to have that gift bestowed upon you. They didn't want you to see the beauty in yourself as a healer, the beauty in healing others. What's the window of possibilities? But Coach Unique, elevations, love, Uptown Lamont, elevations. That's too many. The window of possibilities is the truth and clarity of why you're a healer, how you are a healer, what you're meant to do, and even with other people seeing that you are. Okay? And now you are getting what you gave out. It's your turn. It's your turn to receive. It's a lot going on. King of Swords. There's too many cards for me to take. I was just asking for one. Very logical. Very analytical. Black Hawks are significant. Black Hawk, Army, military, vet could be significant. Somebody could be Asian. Somebody can be Incan or Mayan or something like that. Because I noticed for the first time, this man has tribal markings going from here to here, and then there's an arrow here, and then a tribal marking here and there. I don't know if y'all can see it, but child, this fucking crappy is right here on his head. First time I ever really looked at that. But this is like what being a healer is about. Looking back at something I had these cards for I don't know how long. I'm just now seeing this from a different pair of healed eyes. Black hawks are significant though. Somebody can wear suits, tuxes, ties, tuxedo. Somebody could be Asian, Native American, Indigenous, Mayan of some type. Somebody snuck somebody. A king of swords snuck a king of wands. A king of wands snuck a king of swords. Take that as it resonates here. Okay? For, I don't know, 9 of pentacles. Their safety, their sovereignty, their singleness. There's too many that came out. Can I just get one? Holy and divine ancestors. Highest self. How we doing up there? Up there. You know. What's the windows of the window of possibilities? 2 of Pentacles, restoration, balance in every area. You balance out people's energy, but they also balance out yours. It's like what you do for okay. Somebody was being silly, Ron Lee. Yep, that's what you do. That's your work. That's your 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles. You are of service to the collective, but you do get something. You're being rewarded in return. The worn shoes. It's time for somebody else to be a healer. A King of Pentacles. It's time for this person to know. If this King of Pentacles siphon your energy, if you're a masculine or feminine, take it as it resonates. If this King of Pentacles siphon your energy, it's time for them to know what it's like to be a healer that have people come in and out of their life and break them, and they're just meant to heal them. Especially if this person called themselves stealing your healing ability or gifts, they got it now. Now they're required to do the work here. The one that you were doing for the collective. But you've learned, you've gained the wisdom. You're tapped in. You know what it is. You know what it means. You've seen the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows, the ins and outs, the dark, the light, upside of being a healer. Somebody wanted it so bad. This could be the jealous, the envious rival. They wanted it so bad. Spirit say, go ahead. You got it. And it's not that they took from you. It's that they wanted that gift. They wanted what it looked like, how the beauty of what it looked like, the aesthetic, the recognition, the fame, the fortune, the clout. Oh, they don't realize what else it comes along, because that all that other stuff that I just named, that comes afterwards. After you start on your journey as a healer, you're meant to come across, I don't know how many people that you heal. People at a grocery store, people at a bus stop, people at a restaurant, a fast food place, people at your job, people at when you travel, people that you just walk past, you trigger their healing. But that means also that you take on their energy here to transmute that energy and balance it out with 2 of Pentacles. Give it right back to them, but it drains you. And then you also have people that come in for the sole purpose of siphoning your healing energy. Somebody wanted to know what it's like. They got it. They wearing the shoes of it now. A King of Pentacles. The open door. An opportunity has arrived. Are you ready to step through what's holding you back and what's pulling you forward? That's that 2 of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. Because if this person is meant to be a King of Pentacles, let's say this person is the healer of people's financial burdens. Okay, like I said, there are many different type of healers, right? Well, thank you very much, Eat Greedy. I'm not finna say that. I'm gonna just say EGC. You know, Eddie. The open door. What opportunity has arrived? Are you ready to step through? Question mark. What's holding you back and what's pulling you forward? Because now they got to know. They got to use Heka, the alchemical force. They got to, you a healer. You know, you're a healer. This person wanted to be a healer. They're meant to heal. Now this person, where you may be a healer of hearts collective, this person wanted to be a healer, but if they are a healer and you triggered healing within them in whatever way, shape, or form, they were your envious rival, spirit made them a healer. But they are a healer of people's finances. So do you know what that means? This person probably comes across a lot of people who are financially incapable, financially unstable, financially insecure. They mismanage their money. Okay, they're reckless with spending. All that. They're going to come across those people here because they have the money and the healing ability to do it. And it's like, well, transmute the energy. You wanted it. You said you wanted to be a healer. You didn't say what kind of healer. See, this is what people get for being your rival, wanting to be you, wanting to be like you, want to have the gifts of what you have. They said they wanted to be a healer. They didn't say what kind. You know how the universe is tricky like that, you know? Not that it tricks us, but for people that are in competition with a specific person, it's tricky like that. It's like, oh, you didn't specify. You have to be very detailed with the universe. That's what the King of Swords is about, a detail. The Ace of Swords, detail. You got to be real clear what it is that you asked for. So now somebody asked for it, they got it. The open door. This opportunity has arrived for this person to be a healer. They got to learn how to transmute the energy. But they got to learn it within themselves first before they do with anybody. And how do they do that? They're going to learn through trial and error, through the people that they come across. Trial and error. It's like it just began. The envious rival. Hey, this person is a healer of people's finances. So that means that everybody that they come across is going to be unstable in one way or another when it comes to their money. And if this person has money, those people are going to use them for money. And this is going to be the person that thinks that because they have money, they can control people. They're going to try and do that, and they're going to realize that those people were just using them. Just like that they were trying to control people with their money, those people were using them, and they're going to feel empty and depleted, not of their money, but of the energy that they are giving out or that they are exerting, trying to use money as a way to, I don't know, have people, have control of people, have connections, whatever it may be. And they're going to have to learn how to reclaim their energy. They got to learn how to transmute energy. They got to learn how to, if those people use them for their money and their money been looking funny, they got to learn to transmute that energy, and they got to learn to build their money back up. Hey, that's what they got to do. The envious rival. Somebody's name could be Malik. M-A-L-I-K. I had to reshuffle, y'all. Give me the envious rival. Child. The magician and the temperance. Oh, they not only do they have to learn to transmute that energy, the divine, it's like the divine gave this to this person. If it's you that they want, if this is a King of Pentacles and somebody wanted you, they got to learn to transmute all the energy that comes along with you being a healer as well. It's interesting. And if this is a person where however the shoe fits for your case scenario, collective, this is a person that wanted to be a healer, not only are they going to have to learn to transmute the energy, they're going to learn how to temper it, which means they're going to have to learn to appreciate negative and positive of being a healer, taking on the energy, transmuting it, being depleted, having to heal yourself, and you're going to have to learn, these people are going to have to learn to appreciate it all. Welcome to healing, my good friend. Ace of Swords, true. With the Ten of Pentacles, okay? Every time. And there is a King of Wands of significance here. This person's sticking out in the background. Music playing in the background. They sticking out behind the Ace of Swords, true. Child, what's the trickster? Hey, they ain't let me get it out. Three of Swords in the reverse, can't make it up. Somebody allowed someone to trick them into trying to steal your gifts, into being a rival of yours, into cursing you. If they cursed you to take your gifts of healing, they got it. They're a healer now. Somebody tricked this person into doing whatever that is. Ace of Swords, Nine of Swords, and it's a nightmare. Because how you making this shit look easy like that? How you deal with it? You don't have to be a king or queen of wands. You could be any energy. You standing up as a person in power and a person as a leader because you holding the scepter of the alchemical force, of the temperance, of the manifestation, of the transmutation, of the balance, and the Two of Swords. You don't see it till you come out of it. And somebody wonder, how the hell did you handle those burdens? They can't understand it. They ready to get the fuck up. They feel so defeated already. But that was a part of this curse. You know they karmic. You already know they karmic. That's what's up, beach girl. That's beautiful. I'm glad that you came out of that successful. And I hope you start getting into, if you're not already getting into appreciating everything, you know. Healing the childhood, whatever it may be. Anything in the past, you know. I hope you are starting to get in the energy of appreciating what it is that it has, how it has shaped you, how it has forged you, how it has, what type of person it has allowed you to be today, you know. I pray that everybody in the collective finds that, for real. A silent curse. Look at this. Nightmare. And it came right back out. The Queen of Wands. Y'all see me shuffle these. And the Ten of Wands. Somebody wondering, how do you maneuver through this shit? Somebody can't move with a heavy wand of burden on them. How do you do it? Somebody can't deal with the wand being the power, what it means to be a healer. What that power, what it means to hold the scepter of being a healer. How do you deal with it? Because it is more burdensome at the time than it is. Somebody don't want fame, fortune, and clout. They too anchored down. They too burdened. They too stressed out. They want to get the hell up. They want to walk the hell away. They just want to fuck this shit. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. Bruh, sis, you can't do that. You wanted to be a healer. You got it. You can't. You don't walk away from this. That's why it's a nightmare to this person. Well, thank you, listen, EGC. Child, we got the silent curse to the Five of Wands competition. Rivalry. Because now that they are a healer, they know what it's like to have somebody competing with them, sending people towards them, cursing them, harming them, hurting them, siphoning from them, fighting against them, trying to heal them. They know what it's like. And that's what it's like. Nine of Swords all the time. We're going to pull on these cards, and then we are going to... Somebody feel like they set themselves up for failure with the Hangman. And if you haven't already, y'all be sure to hit that like button and consider subscribing. Yep. Somebody feels guilty because they feel like they sabotaged themselves trying to party it up like a rock star as a healer. And also, a part of being a healer is not only is it such a beauty and wonderful thing for us to have to heal other people who need our healing more than us, but we still have to heal ourselves, and we have to heal our past. And we be being called to heal our bloodlines and ancestral bloodlines. And we be having to heal ourselves and learn to love ourselves through it all. Somebody didn't know that this is what it means. If somebody thought you were full of shit, that, you know, yeah, you a healer, but, you know, like, you just be chilling too much. It's too easy for swords. You know, you in this serene, peaceful energy as a healer. Somebody thought that. And it was like, shit, I can do that. I could be a healer. Not no more. Masculine energy. I definitely could be talking to a masculine or about a masculine. I could be talking about a masculine concerning a masculine. Take it as it resonates here. And somebody, they just got to deal with it. They got to surrender to being a healer. They got to learn to purge the energy or release the energy. in the midst of healing themselves. People gonna stop wanting to be like, and then they gotta learn to renew themselves, renew their own spark. They gotta learn through all of this. They have to light the spark of themselves. Cause hey, they got it now. Child. 5 of Cups. They don't want it. They don't want it now. They are so depressed. Like if I would have known, it's like that's what you get. Stop wanting to be like somebody else and have their gifts. And if this person was always meant to be a healer, it wasn't time for them to awaken that yet. I feel like that somebody tried to speed something up. I did see the Chariot energy. They tried to speed something up. Hurry up and give me high healing so I can be a healer and be like Collective and do what they do. It's like, yeah, but you didn't. King of Swords. Yep. Somebody is they gotta learn. You can't, baby, masculine, if you watch it, you can't let your heart harden. You a healer now. You cannot let your heart harden. If you're in the King of Swords energy, the most that you're gonna be able to do is use this, temper this energy out, learn to, 2 of Pentacles in, distribute this energy in a way where you learn who to let in your life, because whoever you come across, you're going to heal them. You'll have a choice. The most that you can do in this King of Swords energy is not let your heart harden or not love. The most you can do is just learn who to allow in your energy now. This is the most you can do. This is going to be your ace in the hole. This is going to be your trump card. You've been walking around like I heard a stickler, but if you've been walking around with a stick up your ass or a hardened heart or very competitive of other people here, and you wanted to be a healer like somebody in the collective, you got it now. Now use this energy to the best of your advantage to do your fucking job. That's just the bottom line. Because you didn't see what it entailed. You didn't see the patterns of what it entails to be a healer. Stop wanting to be like people. This is your new beginning. Get used to it. Every action that you take moving forward, you do have Jupiter that favors you when you need to heal, when you need the courage to have a new beginning to heal yourself or heal a connection, a relationship. Jupiter favors healers. That is what Spirit is saying. But every time you go through something, you got to have the courage to begin again, to transmute that energy and begin again. You cannot give up. I know it's difficult, but Judgment. Because you made that call. You have to now learn to use King of Swords. If that's how you've been all your life, King of Swords, use that for your better judgment. Use that energy to judge who it is that you begin again with or let in your life. That way is you not healing from too much. So you do have the ability to not deal with people, but once you let them around in your life, oh, the healing is theirs. Oh, you healing them. And it's just the bottom line. And it'd be the worst fucking people that come across you that need healing. But to use that King of Swords energy wisely, it is your tool now. 10 of Cups is here. A new beginning. It's like, welcome to the family. Somebody been crying a lot. If this person is a King of Swords, this person has been heavily emotional. 6 of Pentacles, because they got what they asked for. Jeez, okay. Y'all want me to shuffle any further? Ellie, what's the Saturn energy? That's the limitations imposed. The maturity that brings to this person. What it means to be a healer. They wanted it, you got it. Yep, look it. Truth. Third eye energy. You got it. And now, not only that, as a healer, you see in people, mostly everybody that comes into your close range, close proximity, comes into your energy that you connect with in one way or another, you see what needs to be healed. You dream about it. You dream about their trauma, their hurt, their pain, what they go through behind the doors. You see it. Somebody think that this should be easy. Don't pay attention to my duffel bag, y'all. Gotta zip that up, child. Anyways, the maturity that brings caution regarding limits imposed. It's not that it's not all what it's cracked up to be. It's that what people want out of being a healer, you don't just get that off top. When you work for the divine, that means you are of service on behalf of the divine to the collective. You don't get serviced. That comes later. That comes after the fact. Yeah. What's the Saturn energy? You gotta learn to transmute that energy. Death. Endings. You gotta transmute death. You gotta make a death into a new beginning. We seen new beginning, right? You gotta learn to take death energy from people who are so unhealed. They're on the precipice of death in one way or another. Okay? You gotta learn to take this energy and make it Ace of Wands, new beginnings. The Two of Pentacles, the Magician, the Temperance. And your Three of Swords got to be in the reverse. Your heart got to stay open. Do you get what I'm saying? You got to see, you see all of people trauma. You see what divine shows you what needs to be healed in people. That do not be pretty. You'll see people come out of their character around you, healer, where whoever you are or this person is around you, where before people may have been able to wear a mask around you, right? Now, as a healer, they can wear a mask all they want. That mask doesn't exist to you. You see all the deep, dark, nasty, dirty, traumatic, hateful, heinous, ugly, secretive, mysterious things about people. You see it all. The masks don't exist. Even if they wearing a mask and trying as hard as they can around you, you see through it and you can't cut it off. Wisdom. But you're going to gain a lot of wisdom from this. Stick with it. Ace of Cups. Heal the heart through it. New beginnings. Your cup runneth over with wisdom. From all these, from being able to do this. And it's gonna come traumatic event by unhealed person, by traumatic event by unhealed person. The fifth house, the power of love, investments, gambles, and other games, your creations. So Spirit want me to tell you that the beautiful part about being a healer, you know, in your journey, you do learn to create other things, dynamics. You learn to create your own little corner, your own little masterpieces, your own little niches, right? Through these experiences. That is the beauty of it. And then you will get to a part. Now, how long it may be for you or this person, this person will get to a point in time in their life where they no longer have to be forced to heal people, and they have a choice of their rewards as well. It's different for everybody. Yep. You are a guide now. As a healer, you are meant to assist people and guide people through their healing, through their ego, healing through their ego, their vainfulness, their... You're meant to assist those people now. I feel like you were that person. You were the vain and prideful and egotistical person at one point in time, arrogant. You're a healer now. Wear it proudly. You're meant to assist those type of people now that were like you. Man. The fifth house. Child. Power of love. Look at this. How people control you because you try to control you. Try to control your heart. You trying to control it. You're too vulnerable. You wide open, healer. You wide open. You trying to guard yourself from people controlling the power of your love. These arrogant people, these prideful people, these selfish people, overly self-centered. That's going to be your life as a healer until you complete all the cycles of everybody that you come across. And you just completely open to them. You have a contract, like, well, I guess once that you complete the cycles of healing who you're meant to heal, okay, including yourself, you'll get the family, the home, the commitment, the truth. That's what you get. Yep. But this is karmic justice here, playing on behalf of, oh no, somebody that you were competing with. An Aquarius, possibly. Your vision. What's new and different about your vision about being a healer? Use an unconventional way to. Because now it ain't all what you thought it was, huh? What's new and different about your vision? How you view being a magician, a transmuter of energy, aka a healer. Twin flame. I don't get that. Give me more on this twin flame. Distance. Far, far away. Retreat or time out. Higher self. Oh. Detached in the reverse. You attached to a deceptive person while you're trying to connect to your higher self. You putting distance between you and a twin flame, or a twin flame put distance between y'all because you were deceptive. You were competing with them here because they're a healer. You were competing with them when they activated their higher self. You know what they went through. So you tried to what? I don't know. My eye energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this is about an Aquarius. Truth and fairness in the Ace of Wands. The power that you hold. This Ace of Wands energy, Ace of Cups. Somebody could be a water sign. Somebody could be an earth sign. Somebody could be an Aquarius, air sign, a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But that's also Ace of Fire or Ace of Wands. The power that you hold. You gotta learn to temper it out. That's the power you hold now. Tempering out other people's energy. Darkness. It's looking gloomy for this person now, or for whoever you are. Looking gloomy. It's not what it's cracked up to be. And you can't separate yourself from it because you asked for it and you got it. Be careful what you ask for. Is karmic justice here. The alchemical force. And all you can learn to do is transmute that energy. Now you do have assistants and spirit guides here that are meant to help you and teach you how to transmute energy. You have them there for that. Yep. An awakening in a dream state here. In a dream state, you see what people need to be healed so they can have an awakening. You dream of all their dark. Mind you, this came after darkness, the alchemical force. With this, you see all people dark parts. They ain't got to show it. Past, lack, and doubt. Same. But your higher self is guiding you now. So this is a message from your higher self. I think I want to do one more. We're at 119. And that's what you're supposed to do. Elevations. Kelly. Gloria. Fagans. I would have been a terrible teacher. Hey, Aaron. Like Key and Peele. Hey, Aaron. Let's get some divine feminine and masculine last minute wisdom messages for this person or whoever this message pertains to. Okay. That's cool. The element is significant. Look at you. Indecision, disorder. You feel like you're going crazy. You feel like you made the wrong choice. We do see two of swords right there. Mistrust. Now you don't trust no damn body. They all fucked up in dark, ain't they? Even the people you were around at one point in time or another. The people who you was cool with. You don't even see them the same. Child. Because you can, yeah. Because you can hear them. You can hear their indecisive thoughts, their back and forth. You can hear their thoughts. You dream about them. You know, these people are on the fence. They don't know what they want to do, which way they want to go. These were people you were around at once who y'all were all a part of the same clique, right? And now you got to learn to stand on business with them same people. These are not people you used to having boundaries with. Now you are a healer. They're going to either walk over you, trample over you, misuse you, mistreat you, abuse you, or take your ass out. And you better start using your instinct that you can't trust these people. You heal them, you draw the line. And you can heal them from a distance. You'll learn. Okay, Monroe Charles, thank you. Toughness. You're going to learn how to be firm and tough. You King of Swords energy, right? You stand on business, right? You big Billy badass, right? You better learn to use that to your advantage. Fussy. Ain't no need to make a fuss. You're not a baby. You're not a child. Whoever I'm talking to. You're not a child. You're a whole grown man and or woman out here. It's time to be responsible. You wanted the responsibility. You know, I'm going to say this. Now, you don't have to stay a healer, right? You know the consequence for asking God for something like that, to take it from somebody else to give to you? And I don't feel like God took it from another person. I just feel like the Most High, the universe, Mother Divine, they didn't take it from another person and give it to you. They gave to you what it is that you thought you wanted so bad. You know, the consequences of taking that and you just want to walk away, you lose everything. They take that from you here, but you lose everything that will be attached to it, and you lose everything that basically has been put up as sort of like a wager or as collateral. You wanted the gift. You wanted God to bestow a gift upon you, right? You have to give God collateral to make sure that you do everything the Most High requires for you to do in order to receive the fruits and the fruits of the labor of that gift. You don't do it, you don't want it, you can give it back. You lose everything as collateral. And you don't get nothing that comes along with being it. And you got to work your way up from the top with no ability to heal. Message! Holy and divine spirit, Most High God, source, ancestors of my highest good, spirit guides. Last minute messages. You got to be generous and share. And you got to learn how to have authority with it. This is what it means to be light and dark, to embody and embrace both light and dark. Generous and sharing, but have authority. Because people think that it's an easy thing, it's an easy feat. Anybody can do it. Until you learn that you got to walk a fucking tightrope. This is not a straight and narrow. This is a tightrope. And every step, somebody throwing something on your back. Somebody is weighing you down with something. And you on a tightrope in the middle of a light and dark, high-rise buildings. Right? Let's go. Last minute messages for this person, whoever this message is for. Thank you for choosing me, Divine, to give out the messages. I learned something. I learned a lot in this message, as I do every other message. Child, depreciation and self-doubt. What do you want to tell this person? They said, get a hold of your fucking self. Order and organization. You better learn, transmute that energy. It's in you. They said, get a hold of yourself. And tolerate it. You got to build up a tolerance to this. Because there's levels to this shit. Right, Kelly? You said balance is tightrope on toenails, right? Tolerance. You got to build up your tolerance. You have to build up an immunity to the type of people that you are open to receive. That you got to be automatically open to receive. You got to build up an immunity. Because they don't get better, they get worse. But you're supposed to get better to be more prepared for the more unhealed ones. Because they out there. Receptivity and devotion. You devoted to receive now. You feel like that it was an illusion or you were delusional here to think that you could carry on this responsibility. Now you kicking and screaming. No. What else? They said, they just keep saying, go to your spirit guides about it. Grace. You got to build up a tolerance, and then you got to give people grace. You're a healer now. You got to give people grace. People with addictions, trigger warning. People who are misers, just greedy. What else? And you got to be tender and thoughtful. I mean, you go through the trial and error of saying, no, I'm not going to do it. You'll see. And I don't want to make it sound like a punishment, y'all, because it's not. Don't ask for what you don't know about. Do your research. Don't ask for something that somebody else has because you don't know what it requires. You don't know if your spirit, if your soul path is set up for you to be able to receive that gift and do it. You don't know if your spirit is strong enough here for you to take that soul path. Justice. Balance keep coming out. Justice. Learn to balance yourself. Balance the scales. Insensitive people, arrogant people. That was your decision. Now you got to learn to use your intuition. All your decisions have to be guided by your intuition. I mean, you're going to come across so many people that's, why do they need healing? They don't deserve it. But you'll come to love what it is that you have, what the divine has allowed for you to do for people and for yourself. If you don't, precipitation, a gentle breeze, insensitivity, and emotions. You really going out, somebody really out there going through it. Collective. Time is it? It's 8:22. Cool. I get in a 45-minute gym activity. Irrational. You feel like that being a healer is irrational, but people rely on you and your intellect of being a healer. Or whatever intellect you relied on, you feel like that it was a rational intellect, or what you were thinking, something was that you studied up on something, and you relied on whatever it is you read, what was wrote, that's all she wrote, whatever, a guide, a manual on how to do it, or a book on how to be a healer. It's an irrational standpoint, because not all healers are created equal. Just like not all arrogant people, all prideful people, all karmic people are not created equal. Nobody is created equal. We find equality in doing whatever it is that we are required to do on our path, to get on our path. Got to have that determination nonetheless. You felt like it was irrational for whatever it is that you read. That however it told you it was you could get through being a healer. You're going to have to learn through trial and error, I promise you. That's going to be your best teacher. That's where you gain your wisdom from. Me as a healer, I could teach you. I could be transparent and tell you what all I did. Doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Because that don't mean that who came across me and how I learned and what I learned, that doesn't mean that you're going to have the same path, the same people, the same way you have to heal. This shit is trial and error. I keep hearing y'all, but I know you are agitated because it was in your imagination that you were going to be emotionally balanced for this, okay, and able to be balanced and kind and take the initiative to do what? To master being a healer. What's behind that? Now you don't want to do it. Laziness. And you really emotional about it. I mean, well, you wanted to be in tune with your emotions. There you go. Sensitivity is one of them. But sensitivity is also telling me about your perception, your feelings. It's like you feeling shit the way you never felt it. You're an empath now. You have empathetic, as a healer, you have empathetic nature. You're very sensitive to everything. Ugh. And it's almost like, oh my God, like I don't want to feel it. I don't want to dream it. I don't want to see it. Maybe going through a lot of headaches here. Most I can tell you, a sound advice that I can give across the board to anybody, a healer, a light worker, bringer, a bearer, a shaman, an earth angel, keep your body clean. Practice healthy habits of your mind, body, soul, and spirit. That means boundaries. No is a good one. As a person who wears sensitive to energies, I would just stay away from meat, toxins, alcohol, Uggs, partying lifestyle, smoking, okay? And I'm not one to say to completely beat that beat of smoking because I vape, right? And I still, every now and then, I'll having me an occasional schmickerate, okay? But as pure as you can make it, as pure as it, or get it, is as pure as it needs to be. You King of Pentacles, take your money and invest in holistic products and healthcare. Start with yourself. You're going to have to keep your body real pure. Otherwise, them energies going to eat you alive. Generosity and sharing. Sensitivity. Independence. Hey, you're just going to have to do it on your own. And you're going to have to be tough about it. Let's see, where people may think that healers are simps. Oh no, them some of the most strong, courageous, and I'm talking about thick-skinned people that you will ever meet. You got to have thick skin to be one of them, an empath. You got to have thick skin, spirit say. You're going to learn how to fuse toughness with people who manipulate. As people, you come into connection and you connect energetically. Your spirit going to connect to these people energetically. It's going to connect with these people. You ain't going to be able to help it. They're going to love to manipulate you. But when they connect to you, fusion and union, you're going to learn how to have some thick skin. Imagination is here. What's the last one? Patience. That's what's going to help get you through. Like you think right now, you're not able, as I said before, you're not able to make it out of this, make it through this, being in this energy, embracing, embodying it. You'll overcome it, and you're going to be able to look back that if that's your first time, you're going to look back at this moment a week from now, 2 months from now, however, a year from now, and you're going to realize you got through this, and you're going to give yourself a little bit more grace and patience as well as you go through the motions of being what a healer is called to do. Those are the messages. I thank y'all for tuning in and tapping in. I really wish that, and now when I get my truck, y'all, I'm going to be able to light my sage in there, all that good jazz. So, but while I'm in the room, I can't light anything. There can't be like any smoking or herbal stuff. I started to get some candles, but I need to be able to like sage. But I did buy herbs from your local Walmart, so I'll probably just spirit bath, you know. I definitely need to be able to sage. And I spend a lot of time out in the sun as well. So I don't mind being in the yard because it's like, baby, I'm out here in this beautiful Nantucket sun. Oh, I shouldn't have said that, but anyways, you know, I'm out here in this beautiful sun. And it just, I mean, it's purifying my energy one way or another. I was like, God, how am I gonna get through without being able to save my body? Child. And then they love, like, bro, my company, they buy us food all the time, right? They love buying fast food and meat and stuff. They bought hella Chick-fil-A. Yesterday they did Taco Bueno. I don't want to eat that shit. Qdoba and stuff. I don't eat all that meat and stuff, but I've been eating meat, so child. You definitely got to keep your sunbathing and wind bathing. Child, I'm gonna go stand outside in this night. There's no mosquitoes out here. It's like, girl, bruh, it's no mosquitoes out here. So y'all know I'll be taking advantage of that nighttime air and all that, plus the gym, plus the pool. Child. So it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And y'all know how I like to be transparent, so y'all can stick around as I share. Your girl definitely got some good, some other things coming, so y'all can go along my journey with me. But be silent, be still for now, collective. We getting there. So we definitely y'all gonna be able to take your journey with me throughout the day. Not all day now, not all day. But, it's all in the cards for the future. Oh, ancestors are my highest good. Wait, ascended masters that have ascended in the mastery of purifying and transmuting negative or lower vibrational energy into higher vibrational energy and cleaning energetic spaces of the mind, body, soul, spirit, the toroidal field, the auric field, all of the light and subtle bodies, and of any other energetic bodies, including the chakra systems. I call upon you of my highest good. I call upon you at this time to do what it is that you have learned and mastered to do. Teach me a couple of things. Teach me how to Dougie, Hey, that may be the cleansing technique. You never know. Transmit this energy for myself and on behalf of the collective, so long as their heart is in the upright, before I release the energies back to their respective places. Ashe, thank you. I know the cleaning lady came in here and saw these cards out. I forgot to put them up, y'all. I was dog-ass tired this morning. I stayed in the gym like an hour and a half, bro. Body hurting. But it don't matter, because when I get out there in the sun just give me more energy, warm me up. I'm moving around, And I've been doing that what is it called? Dead hanging. After my workouts, definitely helpful. So... But I know she came up in here. I forgot to put the cards up. She came in here and she was like, child, I mean, I can like you. But they hella cool out here, bro. Like, not everybody, but they cool out here. I like it so far. And I do have the mindset where it's not going to be all frilly and girly, and it's not going to be the bee's knees, and it's all like, this is like, it's like, shit, you asked for something, you got a job to do. And so this is for the message for whoever was open to receive that message and resonated with it. I asked for a job. I said, God, Mother Divine, you allow me to go to school and get my license here, commercial driving license, and things didn't pan out in another situation. But I just ask that you give me the opportunity to be able to do that, to take that on. Things just started falling into place, and that was like, here go the opportunity. You gonna take it or not? And I was like, I'm gonna take it. And it was like, you don't ask for something from the divine and then they put it in your face and then you shun it away. Because even if this is not the place for me, it has opened the door to show the divine that I am open to something bigger or better, and this was just a test. Okay. I earned the training and I got that verifiable experience on my belt, which all companies will see, right? Meeting new people, just an experience, getting a break from even the children. But I also know that while I'm here, I can't bullshit around. I can't pussyfoot. I can't be playing in no nigga's face and nobody trying to hook up in no relationship. I got to do a job. I can't expect for people to take it easy on me in this field because I'm a woman, because I'm a girl, because I wear pink, because I'm all frilly, or people think that I'm this, or because I'm a single mother, or because shit is going on at home. No, I got to do what needs to be done here, And it's just the bottom line. I ask God for it. There's no way I can't put my more than my best foot 1,000% into this. Still do this. Still be a mom. Still check up on home. Keep up on home. And do whatever it is that comes my way. Because I know the divine is going to take care of me. Even if I run into issues here or obstacles here, they're going to take care of me. It only is meant to strengthen me, give me wisdom, and open up more doors for me. So that's for whoever needed to hear this. Are we ready? Collective. Sending prayers, peace, protection, love, high vibrations for those of you, so long as you are in a good space in heart and with the divine in alignment. I am going to release your energies back to you in your respective places with love and light. Healing, abundance, prosperity, high vibrations, protection, and peace of the mind, body, soul, and spirit. As I disconnect any and all energetic cords that I have connected to or that have connected to me, closing all doors, portals, and windows to and from my energetic field, healing and sealing all leaks in my auric field and subtle bodies, transmuting any and all energy that may remain in my energetic field and or in this space, and taking it and making it to a higher vibrational, useful, more useful, powerful, and abundant energy for whatever purpose that it is that I need moving forward, to be of service to myself, to the divine, to the collective, and bringing myself back to a state of centeredness, balance, equilibrium, and stability in all areas of my life. Ashe. And until next time, collective, thank y'all for choosing me to give out the message. Thank you for the love and support. Continue to tune in and tap in. Check the description box. Check the description box. Email me. Check my Square website for any and all personal inquiries. 12/12 special still going on. Y'all better take advantage of that before I get on this truck. That's what I do know. Like, if you want a more extensive reading and you need it to fit your budget, don't be afraid to ask. I do work off the bartering system. You may have some connections that I may need. You may have a couple of little discount codes or something. Listen, my prerogative, your prerogative. Nonetheless, y'all be sure to tune in and tap in. Make sure your notification bells are on and that your all option is selected. And until next time, y'all sleep and rest peacefully, easy. Have a beautiful Thursday, which is the day of Jupiter tomorrow. So may it be ever in your favor, in our favor. Ashe. And so it is, and so it shall be. And until next time, y'all, peace and Godspeed.